And here we are at Buell Stadium for one of the most anticipated games of the season for both teams. It is finally here, the infamous Battle of Q Street. Millard South Patriots going up against Millard West Wildcats, the home team for today. Millard South Media, Joey Kirkle alongside Nate Cronin. Nate, how are you today?
I'm doing just absolutely fantastic today, Joey. Excited for this game.
Yeah, it's going to be one for the ages. Both teams having very different starts to the season. For Millard West, started the year off 1-1. They've had some early struggles. They had an opening loss to Elkhorn South, lost 30-28 by a game-winning field goal from Elkhorn South. They followed that up with a very shaky win against Millard North, only won 21-14. Some perspective, the Patriots beat Millard North 33-0. However, they did have starting quarterback Jacob Jones out. He will return today. So it would be a huge momentum shift if they could come out with a win today against Millard South. And for the Patriots, they've had a very different start to the season, 2-0. Number 2 team in the state have had wins against Millard North and Elkhorn South, but they have not beaten Millard West in the regular season since 2012.
2012.
Looking to break that 8-year drought tonight. They're definitely the favorite team, but they will have their work cut out for them with a very strong Millard West Wildcat roster.
Absolutely. And this game is a must-win for the Patriots. I mean, like we said, it's been 8 years since they last beat Millard West here in Buell.
And while next year they're still going to have a very good team, the majority of their star talent is from this class of 2021 senior roster. So they're going to be losing a lot of players. This is their best opportunity to do it.
And like we've said before, for this season, it's championship or bust here for the Patriots.
That's right. They've been working for it for years. This is their final opportunity. Keys to victory for each team. For Millard West, number 1, defense, defense, and defense. They're going up against a very talented, stacked Patriots offense. And they've had a good defense in the past. It's been a little inconsistent this year. They gave up over 500 yards to Elkhorn South in their season opener. Only allowed 14 last week, though. Second key, they want to attack the run game. The Patriots struggled last week against Elkhorn South when they just hammered the run. Consistent first downs resulted in long drives. They also, though, with quarterback Jacob Jones back, they're going to want to pressure that sort of untested Patriots secondary.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen a lot of a passing approach from these teams. However, the Patriots do have a strong secondary. We already see Gage Stenger with an interception in the first game. And for Millard South, it's simple. You want to stay calm. You're the number 2 team in the state for a reason. Stay patient. You'll get the opportunities.
Play your game. Play comfortable. Exactly. Play your game. Make them play up to you. Don't play down.
And a big key, TJ Urban. He's going to need to be a leader today. He struggled last game with 2 fumbles. Still had a good game overall. And this year, there's a big difference. Last season in big games, they had Isaiah Harris to lean on. He was a fantastic running back, giving you 100, 150 yards a game. They don't have that, so they're going to need him to be a leader and create good looks for this offense and keep them in this game. They're looking to get on the board first. However, now, Cole Lamel out for the starting kickoff as Millard West, will have possession first. That kick is caught at about the 5-yard line. Return attempt here. Runs to the right side of the field. Gets that one to about the 16-yard line. So with that kickoff, we have now started the Battle of Q Street. Millard West taking the field first. Looking to get on the board and build some momentum early.
Even without the student section here, as much as this game alone attracts students so much to the stadium, it still feels electric. You could still feel the rivalry.
There's still that different atmosphere when Millard South and Millard West are going up against each other. So quarterback Jacob Jones was out last week. He is back, looking to get things going. Starting off in a single back formation. He's going to pitch that one back to the running back, who was immediately taken down behind the backfield. Defense just swallowed him up. That was Tay Johnson. And number 11, Jake Gassaway, taking him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That play was made there by the corner. Way to keep the edge, force the play inside. Ball was pitched. That's your man. Go get him.
Yep, they were looking to get a good first play, but were unsuccessful. Patriot defense right there. So it'll be 2nd and 15 now. Ball at the 11. Jacob Jones hands that one off yet again. Nowhere to go. Picks up maybe a yard on that one. Immediately taken out from the Patriots. They tried running that one right up the middle, but were unsuccessful. And we did see in the Elkhorn South game, I had mentioned the Patriots kind of struggled to contain that run, but towards the end of the game, they were starting to limit it more and more. They've had plays like this throughout the later half of the game.
Yeah.
So now a 3rd and 13 with the ball at the 13-yard line.
You could tell from right here, Joey, the Patriot defensive line is almost doubling in size of the Millard West offensive line.
Yeah, very intimidating defensive line, been very successful. As he looks for a receiver, finds number 82, however, does not have enough for the first down. That was Trace Thaden with the reception, only picks up a few yards on that one. So a quick 3 and out for Millard West, not what they were looking for. Already got the punter coming out on a 4th and 7. Booming kick, almost actually pretty short kick right there. Only gets that one to about the Patriots' 48-yard line. Gets a good roll, brings that one back to about the 38. So the Patriots will be starting on their own 38-yard line.
It looked like that ball was going nowhere, but caught a good roll and just rolled probably about 10, 15 yards there.
Yep, that got a home team bounce right there. And we saw that punt. Michael Harding had an opportunity to block that one. He was right out there, did a great job getting past that line. So it's time for that dangerous Millard South offense to come out here, led by senior TJ Urban, Air Force commit. And that punt from Jackson Newman ended up being a 44-yard punt.
Wow.
At the start of that, it did not look like it would get anywhere near there. Urban starting Tay Johnson in the backfield. He will hand that one off to Johnson. Johnson does a good job evading a defender, goes to the left side of the field. Fantastic run right here. Takes that one to the 30-yard line. 25 goes out of bounds at the Millard West 24-yard line. Tay Johnson, after a slow game, wastes no time, showing them that he is ready to play.
First play of the game. Huge run there for Tay. That's exciting for the Patriot offense right there.
And last week, Tay Johnson only had 29 rushing yards. He struggled, and already with a huge run. Fantastic work. 38-yard rush from Tay Johnson. And this Patriot offense, that's not a rare sight. We see a lot of big runs from this team. We saw it a lot last year. Not seeing it quite as much this season because they have a more well-balanced offense this year, but we're still seeing it play a role in a lot of their games. Already the first offensive play of the game coming in big.
And you never know who for the Patriots is going to make that huge play.
Yep, and this time it's Urban sticking with it. Breaks one tackle. Gets taken down by 2 defenders. Advances that ball to the 19-yard line, so a gain of 5 for Urban. And TJ Urban has to be one of the best, if not the best, rushing quarterbacks in the state. Does a fantastic job at finding holes, evading defenders, does a great job. That one looked like he'd be taken down right at the line of scrimmage, but is able to force 5 yards out of it.
And you'll see that almost every single carry for TJ Urban. Mm-hmm. Very, very rarely do you get him down in the back, in the backfield.
Definitely. Urban sticking with us this time. Looks for Antrell Taylor, finds him. Gets taken down at the 16-yard line, so only a gain of 3 there. So that pass complete to the right side of the field, found Antrell Taylor.
Discussing to see if maybe that was a fumble.
Looks like they're looking to see if that was a complete pass. They will call it complete.
Now, if that ball was more on target, just a little bit, I mean, he probably could have got at least the first down there.
And so with that play, it'll be a first down for Millard South. Ball at the 13. Ball at the 18, actually. Scoreboard not quite there. Patriots lining up in a pro set. And Urban sticks with that one. However, has nowhere to go, taken down at the 14-yard line. Wildcat fans thought they had taken down Tay Johnson for a loss of yards, but Urban waited till the last second to stick with that one, get it closer to the line of scrimmage, but still taken down for a loss of 1.
I mean, way to make the best out of a terrible situation there for TJ. Great decision-making. Just, the play was just blown up. You know, that's all you can say.
They really had no options there. Urban made a smart decision to stick with it. So it'll be 2nd and 11, ball at the 14-yard line, 7:57 to go in quarter number 1. Urban's going to stick with that one. Rolling around the left side of the pocket, trying to find somewhere to go. Breaks a few tackles, evades a few defenders, gets tackled at about the 12-yard line. And that was kind of similar to last play. It looked like they had nothing there, but he was able to get 4 yards out of that. So it was impressive work from Urban.
Looks like he had Tay open in the end zone there.
He just didn't have much time to think right there.
There's nothing he could do with that ball, though.
So the Patriots are going to have to work here. A 3rd and 9, ball at the 12-yard line.
The Millard West fan section, I should say, is getting a little rowdy now.
And that's what you like to see. You have no student sections. They're going to have to carry the slack, and they're doing it well. You can tell right now that they are the home team. Stoppage right now. Looks like it might be a timeout called by Millard South, and it is. So with 7:04 remaining in the first quarter, the Patriots will have a 3rd and 9, ball at the 12-yard line when we come back in just a second. After that quick timeout, we are back. 12-yard line. Got to get that one to at least the 3 here. However, the Patriots might be looking for more.
A lot of times we see a quick slant pass here from the Patriots. Let's see what they go for now.
And they're going to air that one out to Gage Stanger in the end zone. That one incomplete, however. That pass was behind him. Had him try to make a difficult catch, but was unsuccessful. So to move to a 4th and 9 as Cole Lamel takes the field. Patriots looking to get on the board first with a field goal.
It was a very tough play, but they got an okay look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a decent throw, about kind of where you needed it. He's not able to make the grab there.
I'm interested to see the play choice because we've talked about the last few games, the slant has worked to perfection.
Yeah.
But this is the second time we've seen in a close situation them have Gage Stanger just run a straight route as Lamel's kick is up. And that one is good. Patriots on the board first with that PAT, or field goal, excuse me. 3-0 lead for the Patriots, 6:55 remaining. We will be right back for the kickoff. So after the Lamel field goal, he is back out for the kickoff. Patriots leading 3-0. Wildcats looking to respond well. They started their game off with a 3-and-out. They're going to try to improve that.
Yeah, they need to at least get a first down on this drive. If there's anything positive, it's going to have to be a first down.
And with this Patriot offense, more than not, they're scoring on their drives. So you got to be able to combat that and respond with one of your own.
And going 3-and-out 2 times in a row is not going to help.
Yep, kickoff return taken to about the same spot as the last one. Goes down at the 15-yard line. So Jacob Jones and the Millard West offense back out on the field. It was interesting in that first drive, they didn't really see number 21, their running back, Nathan Peterson. I was expecting him to play a huge role.
Yeah.
Because so far in this season...
He only had 1 carry tonight, didn't he?
Yep.
In that first drive.
And so far in this season, he has 43 carries for 258 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
In their last game, he had 29 carries, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he plays a massive role in this team. Didn't get much action now. As we got a single back formation.
Granted, they did go 3 and out.
Yep. And they're taking down immediately. Patriot defense line, as of now, has been doing their best work of the season. I know it's early on, but they have not let the run go anywhere.
Yeah, Wildcats not really to get not any push on that defensive line. I mean, they can try and run the ball all they want, but if you're letting these linebackers, these linemen blow straight past you, there's nothing you're going to be able to do all game.
The running back obviously plays a role in it, but you're expecting that O-line to at least push out a few yards for you. So 2nd and 10 here.
I mean, again, blown right up.
Hands it off. They pick up about 2 yards right there, so they're at least getting a little bit of a gain, but it'll be 3rd and long for Millard West. Have just had nothing going for them as 6 minutes remaining in your first quarter. Patriots still up 3-0.
Well, that's already their 4th fullback dive of the game, Joey. Yep. And it has gone probably for a net gain of probably about 2 yards all game.
Yep, they keep trying it, have gotten no success. Looking to see on this 3rd and 8 if we might see Jacob Jones start to air it out more. Patriot crowd getting loud now. We got movement on the line. Flag thrown, so that'll be a false start on Millard South. Excuse me, that'll be offsides, and the defense moves that to 3rd and 3 now. So just got a lot better opportunity for the Wildcats.
Discipline, discipline, discipline.
Yep, the Patriots, these few games, we've seen them struggle early. Later in the game, it doesn't play as huge a role, but earlier in this games, we've seen some silly penalties that they shouldn't have to worry about.
Yeah, and it's all disciplinary pre-snap penalties. It's nothing like defensively, they're not holding, they're not doing anything wrong. Yep. It's just the pre-snap penalties that kill them.
It's the stuff that you're going to expect Coach Means to really work on during practice, trying to improve that discipline. So now 3rd and 3 ball at the 23-yard line, and we have a flag thrown yet again. This one might be going back 5 yards. And for Millard West, you got to take advantage.
Yeah.
But they get a delay of game. Really, in a 3rd and 3 situation, there's no excuse to see that penalty. So it moves right back to 3rd and 8, basically canceling out that offsides for Millard South.
They might have to air one out here, Joey.
You would think they would try that. Jacobs with it. Looking for a receiver, however, the D-line all on him. Goes to the right side, makes the throw. That one is caught for a 1st down. About a gain of 10 right there. Fantastic job under pressure. Quarterback did a great job right there. Jones able to find a receiver in just the nick of time.
What a great catch by the receiver as well.
Yeah, they're doing great work right now. So with the 1st down, that ball moves to the 29-yard line. 4:40 remaining in quarter number 1.
And despite the offensive penalty, they are able to pick up their first down of the game.
Yep. So 1st and 10, they'll hand that one off. Actually, quarterback sticks with that one, but taken down after a gain of... Actually, he does a great job. Gets about a gain of 8 right there. It looked like he was going down after 1-2 yards, able to claw his way, reach over, and gain 9 yards. Fantastic play there from Jacob Jones. And he's really showing his role early in this game. Haven't seen him air it out as much as we would expect, but his running game's been very successful. So I formation here for the Wildcats.
They need another gain of yards here. He can't take a loss here.
Yep. 2nd down. He'll pitch that one back to number 21, but is taken down for a loss of 1. And so they tried to see Nathan Peterson there, but was given another rough opportunity. He's seen the ball twice, and they've both been pitches like that where he has been taken down immediately.
Especially with the pitch that he just got right there. That was behind him. He had to go reach out with that for one hand, and not much you can do when you got to slow yourself down to catch the ball.
Yep, rough one to grab. The second he did, he had a line right there looking for him. So it'll be 3rd and 2, ball at the Millard West 37-yard line. They were able to convert on their last 3rd down, trying to do the same thing here and keep this drive going. Jacobs hands that one off. He's able to get the first down. Fantastic work there from Nathan Peterson. It looked like a tricky play right there. He was able to find the hole. He needed 2, got a gain of 3. Ball moves to the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
This is a great drive for the Wildcats. Now they've picked up 2 first downs. They're moving the ball just a little bit. They don't have to come out and get points, but they got to let this Patriots defense know that they mean business.
They've been impressive in their 2 games so far this season. They went 4 for 13 on third down conversions and then 1 for 13 on third down conversions in their last game. They're 2 for 3 right now. They had that 3 and out, and they've had 2 third downs this drive that they've been successful on. As we got another pitch back to number 21, Peterson, but taken down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense absolutely swallowed him up right there. That was Tate Heinrichs and Gage Mack, who were right there on the defensive side. Tate Heinrichs had a fantastic start to the season. In his last game against Elkhorn South, he had 19 tackles and 1 forced fumble. He was everywhere on defense doing the same thing right there. So with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 1, it is a 2nd and 9. Ball at the Millard West 42-yard line. Jacob Jones sticking with it. However, he's taken down with absolutely nowhere to go. Seems like that's been a common trend so far this game. Besides a few big runs, Patriot defensive line has been doing amazing work. So another 3rd and long here. They got a 3rd and 8 situation. They were able to get a 10-yard reception on their last 3rd and 8. Here they are needing to do the same thing. They're trying to combat the 3 points the Patriots scored earlier on that Lamel field goal. Looking to tie this one up, if not take the lead.
But they come back in I form, which is not typically your passing formation. So,
and they're going to go for the option. He's going to stick with that one, but Jones does not have enough to pick up the first down as he is just short. Gets about 6 on that play, but it'll be a 4th and 2.
Took a big shot but kept fighting, stayed on his feet.
He's been really impressive. For a quarterback, does a great job of breaking tackles. Already seen a few plays where you'd expect him to go down after 2 yards, but is able to claw 6, 8 yards out of it. So the offense staying on the field as we got a 4th and 2. Ball at the Millard West 49.
And these are no small hits he's been taking either this game. I mean, he's getting lit up.
So a huge play right now, probably the biggest play of quarter number 1 as it's ready to wrap up. 35 seconds to go. They're going for one more play, still in I formation. Jones quickly talking with his team. As we got a flag thrown. And another delay of game. That's the second time they've had a delay of game, this time coming on 4th down. So now they'll bring out the punting squad. So 3 early penalties on Millard West. So that moves back to 4th and 7, ball at their own 44.
Maybe that was maybe they were trying to make a bluff and draw the Patriots off sides there because the punting team was already ready by the time that penalty was
it looked
called.
like they had no intentions to actually pick up that first down. Back for the punt. Harding again, another aggressive approach right there as that gets a nice bounce. Keeps going back at the 15-yard line right now, and that got touched by Antrell Taylor, but he's able to fall and pick it up.
Looked like he was just going to walk right past the ball, but the ball rolled and hit his foot there.
So the Patriots will start with it at their own 13-yard line. 15 seconds to go in quarter number 1. And like you said, he was going to let that one roll, standing right by it. Hit him on the leg, so he had to fall down on it. Retain possession.
Very thankful there, though.
Yep, smart job by Taylor dropping right on it. Could have been a costly penalty. Would have put the Wildcats in fantastic positioning. So after only getting 3 on their last drive, Urban and the Patriot offense looking for the whole 7 here. 15 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Hands that one off to Tay Johnson. Johnson does a great job picking up extra yards. Picks up the first down. Looks like he lost that ball. Immediately picked it up as he was going down. So they had one play to work with. He gets a gain of 12. Advances that ball to the 25-yard line.
Another really aggressive run there. Just pushing through, push through, as we've seen from both teams so far.
And so as the clock ticks down, that'll be the end of the first quarter. So for the Battle of Q Street, it's been a close one early on. Patriots lead 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. We will be right back to start off quarter number 2. Back for quarter number 2. Patriots starting 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line after that nice 12-yard pickup from Tay Johnson. Patriots starting in a pro set. Urban will stick with that one. Nice job on the read option. Gets a gain of about 6 right there. So Urban only seen a few runs from him, but they've both been very consistent, solid gains. So he picks up 7. So he's had 3 rushes for 14 yards. Second and 3 here. Urban looking for the screen pass to Stanger. However, that one was batted down. Great job by the defensive line there, disrupting that pass.
They broke through the offensive pressure there real quick. That's a play that's meant to be snap throw, and they still got a hand on that ball.
Great work. We know that getting past that offensive line of the Patriots is not an easy task.
Yeah.
But they did a fantastic job as it moves now to 3rd and 3, ball at 32. So we saw in West's last drive, they were able to take advantage and convert on 2 third downs. Can the Patriots do the same here on their first? Urban pitches that one back to Antrell Taylor.
What a cut.
Taylor does a great job cutting to the right side of the field, taken down. Might have been just short, however, we have a flag thrown. That could be a holding call on the Patriots.
Taylor went down a little rough there, too.
Yep. Referee's quickly discussing that call. And that will be called a hold on the Patriots. So after Tay Johnson took that pitch to the right side of the field, got that one just short of the first down, they'll be moving even further back. That's not what the Patriots were looking for. Trying to build a successful drive, but it just got a whole lot more difficult. So that ball moves back to the 25-yard line. So they're going full 3rd and 10 right here. Likely see Urban airing it out.
This is a huge moment for the Wildcats to help swing field position and momentum of this game.
Yep, their defense looking to step up. Can't give up any big plays right here from the Patriots. Urban sticking with it, airs that one out to the right side of the field, looking for Stanger. However, just a little too much on that pass, a little too far right. That is incomplete. If that pass was a little further to the left, inbounds, could have been a huge gain there for the Patriots. Stanger had his defender beat. However, it moves to 4th and 10, ball at the 25, so Cole Lamel is back for the punt. In the punt for the Patriots, Cole Lamel. We've seen throughout this year, TJ Urban's really improved his passing game.
Yeah.
His accuracy's been fantastic. He really improved that from last season. I think that was a big question mark, is how well can he throw it. He's really proved a lot of people wrong. However, that pass unsuccessful. As Lamel punts that one will fall out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And so that's where it dropped. Let's see where they say it went out of bounds.
Right at about.
Keeps walking. So that'll be at the Millard South 47-yard line. So solid field position here for the Wildcats.
And the Patriots scored on field position quite similar to this one, where they had the ball close to the 50-yard line. They didn't have to go the entire length of the field, and they punched, not a touchdown, but they got their 3 points on the board. Millard West needs to answer right now.
Yep, right now lined up in I formation. Jacob Jones gives that one off to the fullback. Picks up, gain of maybe 2 yards right there. It seems like a lot of the runs from them has been kind of similar to that on these first downs. They'll try to run a lot of fullback handoffs right now, a lot of fullback dives.
Which is honestly surprising, to me at least.
If it was working, if they were, one every 3 plays, they were exploding for a big gain, it'd make sense. But they've gotten about 2 yards, if that, on pretty much all these fullback dives.
Yeah.
So moves to 2nd and 8, ball at the 41-yard line.
And I don't believe it's a designed fullback dive, but
Jacob Jones hands that one off. Picks up a few more, makes that about a 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 4. That was Nathan Peterson with it. I was saying earlier, I was surprised he wasn't getting a bigger role. Slowly, they're starting to give him the ball
the
more and
touches
more.
He deserves, yeah.
No, he's a very talented back. So it'll be called a 3rd and 5 with the ball at the Patriots' 38-yard line. Jacob Jones back in shotgun. Jones with a screen pass there to Peterson. Peterson can't make the catch. That'll be an incomplete pass. Moves it to 4th and 5. Offense staying out on the field. So a huge 4th and 5, because if they can continue this drive, they're going to be seeing fantastic field position and a good opportunity to get some points on the board, tie this game up, maybe even take the lead. This Patriot defense is not going to make it easy, though.
Yeah, and for the Wildcats, even if they, what they did last time where they draw out the clock, take the delay of game, but you got to think about flipping the field position even deeper than what they already have right now.
Yep, Jones in shotgun right now. 9 minutes remaining. Finds a receiver. That pass is complete right about the first down. I believe he got it just barely. We'll see how they call it. And they will pick up the first down. Fantastic work right there.
We've talked about that earlier, but on the Patriot end, but those quick slants are so good at the high school level, especially with the way that defensive backs tend to sag 5 or 6 yards off. It's a clean 2-3 yards at least every time.
Yep, Jones wasted no time making that throw. So a 1st and 10, ball at the Patriots' 32-yard line, 8:50 remaining in quarter number 2. Going for the option, he's going to stick with it. Gets a gain of about 4 yards there. So Jacob Jones, after keeping that one, picks up 4. He's done a good job with these solid regains. Does done a good job taking defenders head on and still coming out successful. Not an easy task, especially with a big defensive line like Millard South.
Yeah, it's not easy to push these big boys around. But he's been able to do it all game, running straight through them. So
yep.
Got to love the heart and the hustle.
Jones with it. He's sticking with that one, pitches it back to Peterson. Peterson able to pick up a nice gain right there. We've had a flag thrown, however. Looked like he would have been just short of the first down marker, but they might be moving back depending on what this call is. Michael Harding pushing Peterson out of bounds in that play. And that'll be a holding on the Wildcats this time.
That's what we saw kill the Patriots drive last time.
Yep, they had a nice gain, but had to move it back. Here's what we're seeing for the Wildcats. And on a solid drive like this, where you're constantly improving field position, you can't be seeing these penalties.
After the penalty, 2nd down and 12 for the Patriot 34.
So they'll be seeing a 2nd and 12 now, after nearly picking up the first down on that play, had there not been a penalty. Ball at the Millard South 34-yard line. 7 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Patriots still leading 3-0. Single back formation. Jones sticking with it. Defensive line all over him. However, gets the pass off to Peterson. Peterson gets that ball to about the 28-yard line. What a great job there from Jacob Jones. The pressure was insane. Looked like he was going to go down or just throw that one out. But at the last second, found Nathan Peterson for a big gain.
And it looked like Peterson was actually covered by T.J. Urban there, but able to break free. And just a beautiful throw, leads him perfectly.
Yep, that throw. If that throw was a little bit lower, Urban would have had the tip, if not an interception.
Yeah.
But perfectly right over him. So it'll be a 3rd and 7 here after that 5-yard gain with the throw to Peterson.
And then that's one of the toughest parts about bringing pressure every single time. It's those running backs that get open on those little slip screens that can be very dangerous.
Yep, so timeout called from Millard West Wildcats, looking to discuss it. When we come back, it'll be a 3rd and 7 ball at the 29, 7:33 remaining in quarter number 2. Patriots still leading 3-0. We will be right back. So as we come back, it'll be a 3rd and 7. Wildcats called the timeout after that 5-yard pass to Nathan Peterson. Jones sticking with it. Defensive line right on him again. However, finds Evan Meyersick, who could not make the catch. Would have been an easy touchdown for the Wildcats. Not even sure what the defense was doing there. He was wide open in the middle of the field, cut right, and had plenty of open space.
He had
just couldn't come down with the catch.
Wide open. No one was near anybody on that play.
And that was a really nice job by Jacob Jones. He had tough pressure, but got the throw off, found a wide open Evan Meyersick at the last second. Like I said, Meyersick not able to come down with that one, so it'll be a 4th and 7 at the 29-yard line. Offense staying on the field.
Patriots got to recognize that they've passed the ball a little bit more here recently, especially on this drive.
Jacob Jones has to deal with Tate Heinrichs. Gets past him on the rush, but does not have enough for the first down. Patriots take him down short of the first down. Patriots, great job forcing the turnover on downs. And Jacob Jones this drive did about everything he could possibly do.
Everything.
The defensive line did a fantastic job pressuring him on just about every pass attempt.
But able to get out of the pocket, if not scramble for a couple, or
did
even
a great
find
job
a couple open
on that 3rd down. He had a touchdown-worthy
walk-in
pass.
touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Patriots will start with it now at the 29-yard line. 28, excuse me.
And that's the Wildcats. That's one you wish you could have back.
Yep.
You need that. You need those points on the board.
With a dangerous offense like the Patriots, you're looking to take an early lead. So the Wildcats still scoreless as the Patriots take over. Urban with Johnson in the backfield. He's going to stick with that one. Urban running to the left side of the field. Avoids the defender, but is immediately taken down at about the 31-yard line. And we'll see no flag thrown. We saw Tay Johnson right there. Looks like gave a little push to a Millard West Wildcat.
And I'm not sure if
it was that hard of a push.
It looks like they might have tangled feet.
It looked like that was a little Marcus Smart, little Kyle Lowry action right there.
A little bit of the flippity floppity.
Yep. However, it was a slight push there. So 2nd and 6 after the run from Urban. Ball at the 32-yard line. Got a flag thrown. That'll be a false start on the offense. Someone jumping the line there. So after the 4-yard gain, they'll be moving back 5. Penalties playing a huge role for both teams.
Yeah, they've been drive killers, especially for the Patriots. But, I mean, we haven't really seen it that too effective against Millard West. Like, even though they've had a couple false starts.
They've been able to recover from them. And we'll see if the Patriots can do that here.
So.
Yep. 6:25 remaining in the first half. Patriots with a 2nd and 11 opportunity. Ball at their own 27-yard line. Urban's going to hand that one off to Johnson, and Johnson has nowhere to go. Taken down in the backfield. Goes down at the 20-yard line. So a big loss there for the Patriots, as they will see a 3rd and very long here.
There's absolutely nowhere to go there.
Yeah, rough play there for Johnson, which had no opportunities.
That's 3 plays in a row, or 2 plays in a row, that the Millard West defensive line has manhandled this Patriots offensive line.
Yeah, we've kind of seen that on both sides of the field. Patriots doing the same with their defense. So a 3rd and 14 here for Millard South. If they want to keep this drive going, they're going to need a big play here.
Pressure off the blind side.
Urban with the throw to Taylor. Overthrows that one. Incomplete. 4th and 14 now.
And the Millard West fans are getting into it now.
With no student section, they're really picking up the slack. Got a packed crowd. So Urban's had a couple pretty solid pass opportunities. However, hasn't been able to hit the receiver. It moves to 4th and 14. 5:30 to go in quarter number 2. Lamel back, ready to punt this one off. Number 3, Caden Williams, looking to return this punt for the Wildcats. As that is a high punt. About the 50-yard line. However, gets a Millard West friendly roll. Patriots down that one at the Millard South 47. So for the 2nd straight drive, the Wildcats are starting off in enemy territory. They were unsuccessful in their last attempt. However, looking to get points on the board here. 5:21 remaining in the first half. Still scoreless for Millard West.
This has been a great defensive battle, especially tonight here.
This game really has been all defense. You look at the stats, and really nobody has stood out. We had mentioned, quarterback Jones was back. He has 29 passing yards, 17 rushing yards, and he's been the biggest contributor to this offense. Peterson only with 5 yards early in this game. Wildcats in I formation. Jones going to stick with that one, finds a wide open receiver as he advances that one all the way to the 21-yard line.
Again, we see just a streak right up the middle. Bringing too much pressure for the Patriots. It's gonna leave stuff up the middle open all day.
Yep, number 82, Trace Thaden, was absolutely wide open. I said at the beginning of the game, one of the keys for this Millard West team, they're going to want to pressure that Millard South secondary. They're doing it early on, and it's working. Last drive, they had Evan Meyersick wide open for a touchdown. He was unable to catch that one. However, that's what you want to see. You want to see these open looks. They were able to take advantage right here. 1st and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. Quarterback going to stick with this one. Jones picks up a few before he's taken down. Looks like he got that one to about the 18-yard line. Jack Nicolaisen making the tackle. 4:30 remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 7. Wildcats desperately needing some points, not even because they're in threat of losing. Obviously, still plenty of time, only a 3-point game, but just for some confidence, just for some momentum. They've had good opportunities, have not taken advantage. Pro set formation, hands that one off to the fullback, picks up a few short of the first down. It'll be a 3rd and 3, looks like. So that was number 4, Zach Coleman, senior, with that run right there. So the offense staying on the field. Ball at the 16-yard line. Must not love the kicker's odds. They decide to keep the offense out, looking for the whole 7 points. Ball at the 16-yard line. Single back formation. He's going to pitch that one back. However, a rough pitch, and he is taken down in the backfield. And that's the second time so far that Jacob Jones has had a rough pitch back to Nathan Peterson. That one is behind him, so Peterson had to stop to make sure there was not a fumble. And at that point, the line was right there. So it'll be a 4th and 4.
But you can see how that play can be effective against teams if that pitch is on the money, because that sideline creeps up and you could really get moving down that line.
So kicking unit out, 4th and 4, ball at the 15-yard line. I said it was 4th down last play, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Apologize for that mistake.
Here to tie it.
Looking for the equalizing field goal. That one is up. And it is no good. That one barely wide right. So yet again, another good opportunity for the Wildcats, and they cannot take advantage.
Wow. That might have shifted the momentum, especially if the Patriots can come out here and pick up a 1st down in the first 1-2 plays. That'd be huge.
And this is rough mentally for a defense, because you're limiting one of the top offenses in the state. You're shutting them down to only 3 points with only 2:40 to go in the first half. Yeah, your offense cannot put some points on the board to help you.
Yeah, this is a completely different game than what we've seen in the past from like in terms of battle at Q Street. We've seen a lot of high-scoring games.
Yep. So now we're seeing here today as Urban is going to stick with that one, but is taken down in the backfield. Started at the 20, gets tackled to about the 17-yard line. And this defensive line is just giving the Patriots nowhere to go.
I'm surprised they haven't got Tay more involved, especially after those first couple of runs that he had. He busted a couple of big runs earlier.
Yep, his first run of the game was a 38-yarder. His second run was a 12-yarder.
And then pretty silent since then.
He's going to hand that one off to Christian Nash. Nash picks up a few. Gets that ball to about the 21-yard line. Makes that 3rd and 9 for Millard South.
Let's see if they try and open things up here.
And for the Patriots, after putting together a huge stop, the last thing you're looking for is a quick 3 and out. Millard West crowd getting loud yet again. You can tell that they are the home team tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So Urban with it. Has Christian Nash in the backfield. Urban looking for a receiver. Facing huge pressure as there's too much on that pass. Christian Nash, the intended receiver, incomplete pass. So a 4th and 10 now for the Millard South Patriots. Tell you what, this does not look like the same Millard South team.
No, it does not.
Now, they have been dealing with a hard defensive line that's put a lot of pressure. But you would think they could get a little something more than this. Been very unsuccessful. Both teams' offenses have struggled. But frankly, if you ignore the score, the Millard West offense has been better.
Yeah.
They have absolutely been better. The Patriots had one good drive where they scored 3 points. Besides that, haven't been able to get anything going. As Lamels punts that one back. Goes down at about the 40-yard line. Millard South friendly roll. Gets that ball to the 30.
Wow.
So the Wildcats will start off at their own 30-yard line. First time in 3 drives that they do not start off in Patriot territory.
That was a great punt, especially for the field position. Great bounce, everything.
But as we were saying, the Patriots' offense has struggled. You knew going into this game, you didn't know who was going to come out on top, but you knew the Patriots' offense is more talented. They're going to look better. They're going to look smoother. But it seems like they forced some plays.
Yeah.
They've looked a little sloppy. They have not been able to take advantage of these drives.
I mean, ever since their first, 3 drives, they just haven't really looked like the Patriot offense that we know and love.
So with 1 minute 9 seconds remaining in half number 1, the story for both teams is their defense. The defenses are contributing more than anyone else. As the 30-yard line is where the Wildcats start off. They hand that one off to the fullback, who takes that for a gain of 4 straight up the middle. Michael Harding makes the tackle. So clock ticking. Wildcats going to try and hurry, get something going. Patriots will start with the ball in the second half, so it'd be big for the Wildcats if they could put some points on the board. Quick throw to Evan Meyersick, makes the grab. Gets that just short of the first down line. So Meyersick, after dropping that pass earlier that could have been a touchdown, redeeming himself there, making the grab. So 3rd and inches here for the Wildcats. Wildcat fans not happy. Looks like the clock was running. So the officials taking a timeout. Heard complaints about both the clock and the field position, and they're going to call that just short. So it'll be a 4th.
If it's short, it's by the nose of the football there.
Yep. So a 3rd and inches here for the Wildcats. Quick screen pass. That one is low and incomplete. And for Jacob Jones, you got to be taking advantage of the opportunity right there. Noah Rookstool was wide open on the screen pass. That pass too low, so it moves to 4th and 1, 27 seconds remaining.
Now, if they don't pick this up,
and they're just going to send out the punting squad, which I think is a good call. The Patriots.
Lots of confusion here.
Yeah, it looked like nobody.
We haven't seen a timeout yet.
Nobody on the Wildcat team really knew what was going on, so now we will officially see the punting squad come out. Really, nobody knew who was supposed to be on the field. So 27 seconds remaining in half number 1, 4th and 1.
They're not going to get it off. Ooh, just in time.
So they get that punt off. That one goes to the 19-yard line. So with 16 seconds left, expect the Patriots to run probably one quick run play and call it a half.
Call it a half. I am surprised that they didn't try and put just a couple seconds more on the clock there.
Mm-hmm.
When they had the confusion with the change, the clock was running the entire time.
Yep. Patriot offense quickly discussing their plans before they take the field. Frankly, with 19 seconds left in rough territory, you wouldn't expect them to take that long to kind of discuss what they're going with right here. Got to wonder if they have something up their sleeve. You would expect just a quick run.
But only 9 seconds till they got to call this play. 5, 4.
Urban with Nash in the backfield. Gets the snap off in time, hands that one off to Nash, who tries to fight his way past the defender but is taken down in the backfield. And so the Patriots will call that a half. So after 2 quarters of play here, a defensive battle from the two teams, not what we expected. Patriots lead 3-0 after the first half of this game. Patriots will start with the ball in the second half, and so we will be back for half number 2.
On.
All right, and we are back for half number two.
Back.
Patriots holding on to that 3-0 lead.
This is a demanding lead.
That was our tech man, Andrew Smith.
This is a demanding lead for the Patriots here, up by 3.
Looking to retain this lead, trying to get on the board first in the second half as well as the first, as they're looking to receive this kick. That one is caught by number 14, DeAndre Rice.
Needless to say.
Nice job staying up, going past a few defenders, gets that ball to the 40-yard line. DeAndre Rice, we had talked about earlier in the year, he's missed the last 2 years with injuries, and here he is finally healthy, doing a great job getting the Patriots in solid field position to start the half off.
You can see how excited the Millard South bench there got when he got up with that football.
Mm-hmm. And frankly, in this close of a game, with both teams struggling in the offensive side, both teams need that surge of momentum because neither team really has that momentum. They have it at moments, when they have a big stop, and then they lose it on the offensive side. So the Patriots need to bid off it right now. If they can get a solid drive, this could be what they needed to really get going.
I mean, one play could change the entire thing.
Urban in shotgun, quarterback draw, finds a great pocket, keeps taking that one, advances it to the Millard West 40-yard line.
It looked like he could have gone a lot more, but he ran into the back of one of his own blockers there about 15, 20 yards down the field.
Yep, could have had another 5-10 yards right there. However, I don't think the Patriots are complaining.
Absolutely not.
So far in this half, we saw a great return from DeAndre Rice, taking that ball to the 40-yard line. And there's Urban with the quarterback draw, taking it to the Millard West 40.
And if you remember, Joey, the first play of the game for the Patriots offensively was a huge run, and they ended up getting 3 points.
Urban in shotgun again, going for the quarterback draw yet again, picks up a gain of 5. So first 2 plays, shotgun 5-wide quarterback draw from TJ Urban.
And I'm a fan of it because you can't blitz. You got to respect. You got to respect his throwing ability. We've seen it throughout the year. He can throw the football still, and 5 wide. I mean, are you going to collapse when he runs because he's just going to dump it right over your head? So Millard West going to have to figure out play defense on this because we have not seen the Patriots do this ever.
Yep, it's working well. Urban with 48 rushing yards in the game. Here he is, single back formation. Got Tay Johnson behind him in the backfield. Quickly discussing with the coach. Now they're ready to get going. Urban's going to stick with it, looks for Stanger, finds Gage Stanger, picks up the first down. So that's his first completed pass of the game. They've had a couple great opportunities but haven't been able to get it. And there he is, finding Stanger again.
His favorite target.
I was about to say, early in this year, it looks like Stanger is kind of that main target. It looks for him a lot.
He's the main man tonight.
You can tell a lot of these plays, before the play started, he knows where he's going.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of these throws to Stanger, he's decided where he's going before the play happens. Another 5-wide shotgun situation. We might see the quarterback draw yet again, and we do. Urban picks up a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards again. So he's done the quarterback draw 3 times this drive. 20 yards, 5 yards, and 5 yards. Yep, 5-6 yards. So the Patriots switching it up, and they're putting together one of their best drives of the game. They had a solid drive earlier on, and that resulted in a Cole Lamel field goal to give them the 3 points they're hanging on to right now.
And this is the best thing that you could see for the Patriots because in past, especially last year, they didn't switch things up, especially when things weren't even working.
Yep, Urban facing heavy defensive pressure, breaks 2 tackles, makes a throw to the end zone, and luckily for the Patriots, the defense not able to get to that. We know Urban, he's really improved his decision-making, but right there, not a smart decision. He broke 2 tackles, and you thought he might have thrown it out there or just stuck with it, but he decides to throw that one to the end zone where he did have a receiver, but he also had 2 defenders right there that could have had the interception. Luckily for him, he had a little too much on that throw, so it moves to 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. Ball on the 23-yard line, 9:36 remaining in quarter number 3. There's a huge
play.
Huge play for the Patriots trying to keep this drive going. Urban sticking with it, goes
Heavy
to Stanger.
Again.
Low throw, believe it is caught, and they will pick up the first down. So
snap throw. That's how he's completed these passes this drive, and you like to see it.
The 2 completed passes from Urban, both been to Stanger, and both been pretty much the same route from Stanger too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's working well. So here they are, single back right now. Ball at the 17, 1st and 10. He's going to hand that one off to Tay Johnson. Tay Johnson breaks 2, Gets that ball right to the goal line. What an amazing job right there by Tay Johnson. Looked like he had maybe 3-4 yards. Puts together a 16-yard run. So the Patriots will be seeing a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Their best opportunity to get 7 on the board.
Finally, they give him some carries, and there he goes. Rumbling right down to the goal line.
Yep. Johnson hasn't had a lot of opportunities, but when he's given it, he takes advantage. 5 wide, shotgun. Looks like we might be seeing that quarterback draw for the 4th time this drive. They've had 3 successes. They're doing it again. Urban goes right through the end zone, untouched, right up the middle. 7 points for the Millard South Patriots if they can get that PAT. Huge touchdown for Millard South. That's what they needed. Both teams looking for momentum, but here are the Patriots, their first drive of the half, putting together a fantastic drive. TJ Urban with some huge runs, some huge throws to Gage Stanger. Tay Johnson with a big run to get that ball there, and Urban finished the job. Patriots up 9-0. Here's Cole Lamel for the PAT.
If you're Millard West, how do you stop the 5 wide when you haven't seen it at all this season?
Yeah, there's really nothing they can do there.
Especially the Patriots have never ran that before.
And they go and run it 4 times in the same drive, all successful. As the PAT is good from Cole Lamel, Patriot lead increases to 10-0. Can Millard West respond right here? We will see when we come back in just a second. After that TJ Urban rushing touchdown to put the Patriots ahead 10-0. Here's Cole Lamel for the kickoff. 8:47 remaining in quarter number 3. And that one is a booming kick. Will be caught at the 5-yard line. Able to advance that ball. Good job breaking a few tackles. Goes down at the 22-yard line.
And his other 2 kick returns weren't that good, but that one gets it past the 20-yard line. Nothing more than you could ask for.
Yep, first 2 kickoffs went down at the 15. Gets that one to the 22. So Jacob Jones and the Millard West offense need to get something going now. The Patriots offense is finally rolling. It looked like they were really struggling. They got it together in that last drive. So it's critical for the Wildcats that they respond. Jacobs with Nathan Peterson in the backfield. Single back formation. He's going to stick with it as he picks up maybe 2 yards right there before the defensive line shuts him down.
And that was probably the best thing that they did offensively for the Wildcats in the first half. The QB draw, the QB just able to fight off some tackles and gain some yards.
Yep, had some big plays. Done a great job. You don't expect the quarterback to be able to break tackles as much as he does. You look at a guy like TJ Urban, who overall is probably a better rushing quarterback.
Yeah.
Urban's more of an evasive. He's able to dodge defenders.
Yeah.
Where Jones is able to take it right to him, break some tackles.
Yeah, he's scared of no contact.
So 2nd and 8 ball at the 25-yard line. He's going to stick with the pitch, that one back to Peterson.
And
Peterson
nowhere to go.
is sent down at the line of scrimmage, possibly a yard, before the defense shuts him down. Good job there by Gage Stanger making the tackle. So they will give him 1 yard. It'll be a 3rd and 7 here for the Wildcats.
Man, and now that it's a 10-0 game, you think how big that Evan Meyersick dropped touchdown was.
Yep, they would have been holding on to a 7-3 lead at halftime. Nevertheless, they're looking to respond on a huge 3rd down. Jacobs looking to pass. Defensive pressure makes him roll to the right. Air out a deep pass. And that one nearly picked off by Antrell Taylor. However, it will fall incomplete. That throw all the way to the Millard South 30-yard line. It looked like Taylor might have been able to make that grab. However, wasn't able to come down with it.
That was a pretty good throw for a scramble right there, Joey. Able to heave that one about 40 yards down the field.
Yeah, very difficult throw to make. However, that one incomplete. And honestly, this might be one where the Patriots end up being kind of happy Taylor didn't make the interception, because depending on how this punt is, they might be seeing better field position than if he made that catch. Another kick here. Heinrichs with the diving block attempt, as that one gets pretty friendly bounce. Taylor falls on that at the Millard South 47-yard line.
And so you were right there. If you would have picked that ball off, they would have been 14, 13 yards farther back than what they are right now. So
yep, because when Taylor made that catch, you can tell, or if he had made that catch, he was going straight down, wouldn't have had a return attempt.
It probably would have fallen a little bit.
Would have been right at about the 30-yard
line. Yeah.
Yep. So they will call that one at the 46-yard line, is where the Patriots will start off. 10-0 lead. They got a good opportunity to build off that momentum. They gathered at the start of the half and increase this lead. Patriots, as we had mentioned at the beginning of the stream, looking for their first win against Millard West since 2012, an 8-year drought against this team. TJ Urban looking to lead them to a huge victory, improve to 3-0. Urban back, looking for the throw. Airs that one out deep to Stanger. Stanger makes the catch. Goes down at about the 12-yard line. So the Patriots with a huge play to start off. That's Urban's longest completion of the game. We know he's liked Gage Stanger a lot as a receiver.
And we
can tell why. Urban to Stanger, that's something we've seen 3 times already this half. Their connection's been working really well, so the Patriots field position, started off pretty good and just got a whole lot better. Ball at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Urban's going to hold on to that one. Gets a solid run there. Advances that ball to about the 8-yard line. Conway making the tackle for the Wildcats.
Wildcats, offensively and defensively, look a little flat-footed right now.
Yep, and we saw in that first half for both teams, it was the defense that was helping them hang on. The Wildcat offense had a couple opportunities but couldn't convert, had a missed field goal. Their defense was doing great work, though. The defense struggling, as right now, I'm going to say we're going to see a QB draw as we see that 5-wide shotgun formation. Urban goes for the QB draw. And it's working yet again as he runs in the end zone untouched. Patriots with yet again another touchdown.
Wildcats, no answer for this right now, that 5-wide.
It was a slow start, but 2 rushing touchdowns for TJ Urban in this second half as we see a couple Patriots talking with the Wildcats. This rivalry is showing. They're getting a little chippy out there, but the Patriots really holding on to that momentum. 16-0 lead. A Cole Amel PAT could make it 17-0.
This is what you love from a rivalry. Players getting a little chippy back and forth. Here we go.
Lamel's PAT is through the uprights. 17-0 lead for the Patriots. And like you were saying, obviously you want to see them keeping it clean. But this is a rivalry game. You're going to see some chippy play. So seeing guys multiple times this game kind of talking with each other, throwing a little shoves, that's part of the excitement.
Oh, yeah.
After the second Urban rushing touchdown, 5:58 remaining in quarter number 3. Patriots lead increases to 17-0. We will be right back. $17-0 is your score. Patriots ahead, controlling the game right now. 5:58 remaining in quarter number 3. Cole Amel ready for the kickoff.
And in the first 6 minutes of this half, the Patriots have already put up 2 touchdowns.
Done a fantastic job. TJ Urban, I said at the beginning of the game, he's going to need to lead this team, and he has led them to perfection. Return attempt. Does a good job. Gets that ball to the 21. However, we have a flag thrown. That'll likely be on the Wildcats. So he caught that one at the 1 yard line, got that to the 21.
Ooh.
However, holding on the return, so that ball will be moving back. That's the last thing you need if you're the Wildcats. You're looking to get something going.
And starting inside the 10 is not going to help here, Joey.
Yep, and with the 17-point deficit against one of the toughest offenses in the state, you're going to need everything you can get. So to start your drive at the 7-yard line,
wow,
that's rough.
On a kickoff, not a punt, a kickoff.
Yep. So the Wildcats need Jacob Jones in this offense to really get things going. Jones going to hand that one off. Nice run there by Nathan Peterson. However, looks like there's a fumble. Millard South signaling us their ball. However, he might have been down. Looks like he was down, so Millard West will regain the ball. But you saw the second that play went out, you saw Millard South players signaling that it was their ball. And that would have been brutal for Millard West. If you turn the ball over right now, it's the last thing you're looking for.
But in other words, that was a great run from the 7-yard line.
Yeah. Peterson's done a great job when he's seen opportunities. Hasn't seen as many as I would have expected. Screen pass here, and that one is dropped. Wildcats cannot catch a break. That was number 11, Noah Rookstool. He's seen 2 screen pass attempts. One of them was a low throw that was incomplete. That one was right to him, but he just was not able to make the catch.
He also had the first 3rd down conversion for the Wildcats. I'm surprised to see him drop that one, especially the level of difficulty his first catch was.
And frankly, we knew that for Millard West, they're going to have to be playing some of their best football.
Oh, yeah.
And for this first half, their defense was playing their best football. Like I said, they gave up 500 yards to Elkhorn South. They played an amazing first half, but they've struggled. 5 wide here on 2nd and 10. Jacobs airs that one out deep to the 50-yard line. Caught by Myersick, a one-handed catch. The 20-yard line. The 10. Goes down at about the 1-yard line. Fantastic move by Evan Myersick. Looked like there was a little too much on that throw. Makes a one-handed snag. 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
One-handed down the sideline the entire way.
So we had mentioned Evan Myersick dropped an easy touchdown pass. He responded with a pass caught earlier for a 1st down. Here he is with the biggest gain of the game for either team, as they will now have the ball at the 1-yard line. Evan Myersick showing his abilities as a receiver. This is exactly what the Wildcats needed. They need some momentum because right now it's all on the Patriots' side.
They got to punch this ball in right now.
Yep, they only have 5 seconds to get a playoff right now. Don't have much time.
Looks like they should have
with 1 second to go, get it off. Quarterback run is in the end zone.
Wow.
So a quick response from the Wildcats. Put on 6, looking to make it 7 with the PAT.
What a huge momentum shift there.
You cannot ask for much more from the Millard West Wildcats. They had struggled. I was saying a minute ago, the Wildcats, their defense did everything, but now they just have nothing going for them. And man, did they prove me wrong. What a quick drive, highlighted by that huge play to Evan Myersick. And by the way, that was an 81-yard pass to Evan Myersick. Made the one-handed catch to advance that ball. PAT here for the Wildcats.
And it's
that one is no good. So they build some momentum, but the kicker, Nasser Nabulsi, is not able to get that one through the uprights. So it's 17-6, 4:48 remaining in quarter number 3.
And that's now 4 points that the Wildcats have given up on special teams already.
And that's a tough blow because obviously 1 point, more likely than not, isn't going to change the whole game, but you just got all the momentum on your side with that 81-yard gain, then the rushing touchdown.
And you're
something like that. Yeah. That's something that's going to get to you.
Yeah.
You're that's going to be in your head. So the Millard South Patriots, they might have needed that play to just kind of regain that momentum, get a little bit of confidence back. And so I will say, Jacob Jones, the quarterback for this team, he's seen struggles at moments, but his first game back from injury, he's got 145 passing yards right now.
Yeah.
And he's also had some fantastic rushes. Really making his presence known his first game back from injury.
And now this is what we're typical of seeing
between
Millard South and Millard West.
This is the average Battle of Q Street. You see quick touchdown, a quick response, both teams playing very aggressive, very high-paced football. We didn't see that in the first half.
I mean, we're less than 10 minutes into the half, Joey, and there's been 3 touchdowns already.
Right out of the gate, the Patriots scored 2, led by TJ Urban, and then the Wildcats, when they needed a score more than ever, responded well. 4:48 remaining as they get ready to kick off. So Nasser Nabulsi with the kick. That one is caught by Tate Johnson at the 10-yard line. Run this one back. Had some nice blocks there. Keeps going. Breaks a few tackles. Goes out at about the 35-yard line.
Great field position on that return right there.
Both teams have done a solid job returning. We haven't seen any small kick returns from these guys.
Yeah.
The Patriots last 2, they've gotten the ball to the 40-yard line and then here the 35. So solid start to the half for the Millard South Patriots. They gave up a touchdown. We'll see if they can respond with one of their own. TJ Urban and this offense are playing their best football of the game by far in this third quarter.
And it is well needed.
They had 2 quick drives and 2 insanely efficient drives. They wasted no time with some quick pickups.
It's all up to the Millard West defense right here.
Yep. Urban's going to hold on to that one. Does a nice job evading a few defenders. Gets that ball to the 40-yard line. And he's got a lot of room. 20. 10. Gets in the end zone. A fantastic 64-yard touchdown run from TJ Urban.
But there's a flag on the field,
and we do
Joey.
have a flag, and that'll probably be on the Patriots. Expect a holding call on Millard South. And we'll let the refs discuss this one, see what the call is, and that is a holding on the Patriots. So their biggest play of the game, a 64-yard rush from TJ Urban. That's something we saw a lot last year, is called back with a holding call.
What a run, though.
I don't think you could have had a better response to a touchdown than that. Nearly a fantastic long touchdown from the Patriots, but this one is going back. We'll see what they can do.
And hopefully not a drive killer there for the Patriots. I mean, yes, it was a holding. Yes, it called back a touchdown. But you just had the biggest play you've had all night. You can't let that get to your head.
And we remember from the Millard North, Millard South game earlier, the Patriots had multiple big plays that were called back from penalties.
Yeah.
And I think about every single one, they responded immediately with a fantastic play. Now, I'm not saying they're going to replicate it with another huge run like Urban just had, but they can keep this solid drive going.
And so luckily the holding is a spot foul at the high school level, so they're not going back 1st and 20.
Yep, still 1st and 10. Now ball at the Wildcat 48 as Urban looks for the screen pass to Stanger. That one low as he is hit as he makes that throw. And that's one thing we haven't seen in a while. The defensive line really pressuring Urban. That was one thing we saw in the first half that really limited the pass game. It might be making a reappearance right now, and the Wildcats need it. Got to build some momentum after that quick touchdown. This could be their opportunity. So with the ball at the Wildcat 48-yard line, it's 2nd and 10, 4:24 remaining in quarter number 3. Single back formation, Urban with it, has Tay Johnson behind him. And he is going to hold on to that one. Nowhere to go, gets a gain of maybe 1. Looks like he probably went down right at the line of scrimmage.
And so that was the same type of play that we saw where he had the touchdown, actually.
This time the defense was clearly ready for that one. So it'll be a 3rd and 10 here, ball at the 48-yard line. The Patriots looking to keep their success going, keep that momentum strong. 4 receivers out wide for the Patriots. Likely seeing that Urban pass game yet again. As Shocker goes screen pass to Stanger. Only gets a gain of about 5 before being pushed out of bounds.
And it looks like the punt team will come onto the field for both teams here.
Yep, so for the Patriots, they started that drive off with a 64-yard touchdown run by Urban, which is called back from a holding call. After that, weren't able to pick up the first down. It's 4th and 6, and Cole Lamel is back ready to punt this one off. And honestly, that could be another momentum boost for the Wildcats.
And a bad
snap right there. Lamel recovers well with a nice punt right there. That ball keeps moving, and they will have to start at the 6-yard line.
Wow.
So rough field position here, but hey, last drive they had rough field position, and they responded with an 81-yard play to Evan Meyersick.
And then the QB keeper there.
Yep. So the momentum the start of the second half, it was all Patriots.
All Patriots.
They scored 14 points in less than 6 minutes. But then the Wildcats have started going. Quick touchdown for them, then a quick stop after nearly giving up a touchdown. Here they are at their own 7-yard line. 3:32 remaining in quarter number 3. Quick pass right there to number 12. An easy first down for the Wildcats. Gain of about 13 there. Jones has played a huge role in this game. We saw early in the first half, he wasn't throwing very often, but he started to really air him out and has been very successful.
Yeah, in the first half, we saw a lot of long, methodical drives for Millard West at the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
They were not going for these chunk, even pass yardage plays, maybe late in the second quarter, but here they are coming out firing.
And it's worked 5 wide, quarterback in shotgun. We've seen this a lot from the Patriots. However, this time not a QB draw. He's looking to air this one out. Defensive pressure from the Patriots comes, however, but he's able to get past him. Gets the first down. Jacob Jones with a fantastic job. Looked like his biggest threat was a sack. Able to evade the defenders and get a gain of 10.
Yeah.
What a great work there from Jacob Jones.
Defense for the Patriots looking a little tentative there.
Yep.
Not really sure how to attack him, especially after giving up 2 big passing plays in a row.
I mean, you look at it. They just had to run 81 yards earlier, and they didn't get much time to rest.
Yeah.
Fatigue might be playing an issue for both teams' defenses, as now 5 wide again, quarterback and shotgun, ball at the 32-yard line. Screen pass is caught by Peterson. Peterson with a huge gain. Gets that ball to the 40, the 30. I don't think anyone's catching up to him. Nathan Peterson with a huge touchdown for the Millard West Wildcats. Wow. After giving up a quick 14 points to start the half, they have responded with 2 touchdowns of their own, with 2 huge plays highlighting their run.
And like we just said, the defense looked sluggish on that attempt there.
Not often you see a screen pass result in that big of a gain.
But when you do get a screen pass in the open like that, there is no one catching them.
Yep, 17-12 is your score. However, PAT attempt right here was unsuccessful in his last try, and it's unsuccessful
now
again.
That is 5 points from special teams from Nasser alone.
Kicking has definitely been an issue. They had a missed field goal. In their last 2 touchdowns, they've missed the PAT. So with 2:24 remaining in the third quarter, 17-12, Patriot lead is your score. We will be right back. After 2 huge touchdowns as a response to the Patriot early run, the score is now 17-12 Patriots. Millard West kicking things off right here. 2:24 remaining in quarter number 3.
Now, the Patriots had 2 early second half touchdowns.
Yep, and sorry to interrupt you right there, but nice return from Tay Johnson. Gets that ball to the 33, but we have a flag thrown, and that was a late flag too. We'll see what that is. I wouldn't expect that to be a holding call because that was a late flag at the very end of the play.
I see a Millard West athlete moving slow.
And that one will be called on the Patriots.
So unsportsmanlike conduct there.
Yep. It looked like there was just a late hit from the Patriots.
Yeah. No need for that, but.
And right now, with all of the momentum on the Millard West side, the one thing that the Patriots can control is their discipline. And early in the game, they had some struggles with some rough penalties. They were able to take care of that, but here it is, coming back to bite them again. They will start off now with the ball at the 18 instead of the 33.
First and 10, Millard South from their
So after moving back 15 yards on that penalty, TJ Urban and the offense have a big role. They're trying to bounce back. And we got that 5-wide shotgun start for TJ Urban. They've done that 5 times this half. All 5 have been quarterback draws. We'll see if it happens a 6th time. And it does. Urban looking for the run again. Able to stay up a pretty long time. Gets a gain of 6 right there. Looked like he might have gone down right away. Was able to keep his footing up for a few more yards.
I'm waiting for them to come out in this 5-wide and air one out here, Joey.
Mm-hmm. You might wonder if they keep doing this QB draw at the 5-wide, they might be able to, catch the defense off guard if they air it out.
Of course.
So ball moves to the 23-yard line, 2nd and 5 here, minute 50 in the third quarter. And Urban's going to stick with it yet again. Able to pick up a few, not enough for the first down. Looks like it'll be probably a 3rd and 2 here.
We've seen Urban carry the ball a lot more in the second half than he did in the first half. At least a lot more successfully, I may add as well.
But I will say, their first 2 drives where they had 2 touchdowns, it was a pretty even distribution of passing and running.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, the last 2 drives, it's been all running. So a 3rd and 2, which is crucial for the Patriots. They cannot risk another quick drive. He's going to hand that one off to Christian Nash, who has wide open space. Nash to the 40. Nash to the 30. He will probably be taken down at the 5-yard line. So Christian Nash, the big man with a gigantic run.
The guy that comes in to pound out those 2-3 yards, whips out a huge run there for the Patriots.
Patriots looking for 2. Pick up a massive gain from Christian Nash. Nash does a great job of just going straight through the middle, going through any defenders trying to stop him in his tracks. So 1st and goal. Ball at the 5-yard line for the Patriots, just under a minute to go.
And we're in the 5-wide once again, Joey. We've seen 6-for-6 QB scrambles, right?
And I think we're going to see a 7th. I don't imagine them airing it out. And we do see Urban run with it, trying to go through the pack. We'll see. Do they call it a touchdown? Awfully close. And that is a touchdown. 3 Patriot touchdowns in this half. 3 TJ Urban rushes. Fantastic work from Millard South as they increase their lead. And you can't get a much better response than that. Both teams doing a great job, seeing some back and forth action this half. In the first half, we kind of said we were surprised. We were expecting a high-scoring, high-paced game for both teams, and it was 3-0 at halftime. And it went from 3-0, and assuming Lamel can make this PAT, it'll be 24-12 just in the span of 1 quarter.
Very exciting, Joey. Oh,
this is what you want to see in a big rivalry game. Battle of Q Street is not disappointing, as Lamel's PAT is good. Patriots lead now 24-10 after a huge run from Christian Nash and a touchdown run from TJ Urban. We will be right back. So after that touchdown from the Patriots, Cole Lamel kicking things off. And what a half it has been. We've seen some huge plays from both teams. We had an Evan Meyersick 81-yard gain. We have a Christian Nash 65-yard run. We almost had a TJ Urban 64-yard touchdown run that was called back. Some huge plays. People are able, these offenses are starting able to get past those strong defenses.
Yep.
And we're seeing a very exciting quarter. 40 seconds remaining as Cole Lamel gets ready to kick things off.
Yeah, we've seen consistently when either team gets into the defense's secondary, that's where things get touchy.
Yep. And that kick is caught at the 1-yard line, looking to return this one. Solid return there, however, is taken down at the 21-yard line. It's a very rough tackle right there.
Yeah. Got thrown down there.
So the Wildcat offense coming back out with 32 seconds remaining. After scoring 0 points in the first half, they got 2 touchdowns, however, only 12 points, 0 for 2 on PATs. And that's something, if this game continues to be a back-and-forth battle, those PATs could come back to haunt them.
Absolutely, Joey.
So single back formation, Peterson in the backfield. And Jacob Jones looks to keep this high-scoring second half going with one of their own. There's the one on the first play. And that pass is complete for a 9-yard gain.
It looked like for a moment.
Intercepted.
Yeah.
Tay Johnson, while he wasn't able to disrupt that pass, deserves credit. A diving interception attempt was about
I thought he had it.
Of a second
I
away
thought
from
he
getting
had
that
it for a
pick.
second.
Would have been a fantastic grab. Nevertheless, a great play from the Wildcats. Barely getting that pass off in time. It'll be 2nd and 1 after that 9-yard gain. Both teams playing very aggressive football right now.
Especially offensively.
Yep. Wildcats sticking with the same formation. And he's airing it out yet again. Looking for a receiver deep. Airs that one out to Meyersick.
Oh.
And that one nearly caught by Zane Stanger for the interception. Just too much on that throw.
He was hawking it. We all knew what was coming.
Yep. Just wasn't able to track that one down. So it'll be a 3rd and 1 here. Ball at the 31-yard line for the Wildcats. Did you see that throw by the ref?
It was a dot.
Ref just threw a perfect spiral. We know he played high school football somewhere. Mad credit to that ref. So it'll be a 3rd and 1 here. 20 seconds to go in quarter number 3. And QB sticking with it with a nice run. Picks up the first down. Gain of about 3 right there. We'll see if they go for one more play or if they call it good for the 3rd quarter. So the clock is rolling, 10 seconds remaining, and they're still discussing. So that should do it for quarter number 3. And what a quarter it was. We entered the 3rd quarter with a 3-0 score, yet here we are with a 24-12 Patriot lead as we enter the 4th and final quarter. We will be right back. Sorry about that. Missed that first play. We had a run of no gain, so it'll be a 2nd and 10 here for the Wildcats.
There's another QB keeper there, Joey. Nowhere to go.
Jacobs looking to air this one out. And he does deep, finds Meyersick. However, that pass incomplete. Another one where Zane Stanger close to picking that one off.
Right there.
That one just ahead of him.
You got to take the chances down 2 scores, but got to be a little bit smarter there.
And we had mentioned in the first half, Jacob Jones wasn't really airing it out. And now he is really airing it out. Not hesitating to go deep. Ever since they had that 81-yard pass to Meyersick, they've really been targeting him and really trying the deep pass. So they might need to do it yet again as we have a 3rd and 10 with the ball at the 37-yard line.
He's got to be careful not to continue to throw way over the top, though.
So this one, he's going to be looking for a shorter throw, but has nowhere to go. Airs that one out to Peterson. That pass out of bounds. So a quick 3 and out for the Wildcats.
Jones's pass intended for Peterson is incomplete. 4th down and 10.
So punting team coming out. In a rough drive there for the Wildcats. Both teams were responding back and forth. And right now, trailing by 12 in the 4th quarter, you need a score. So that was a rough possession there. Going 3 and out to start off the 4th quarter.
And Joey, you believe if the Patriots are able to score another touchdown here, could that possibly be the dagger?
I mean, ever since I saw that 81-yard play to Myersick, I think they can do it very quick. But it's going to be very, very difficult if the Patriots score right here. As that punt rolls to about the 21-yard line. And that is Wildcat ball. Bounced off the foot of a Patriot player. The Wildcats wasted no time jumping on that one. And for a second, they were all discussing with the refs if they indeed touched it. And they decided that it did hit a Patriot player's foot.
So here we go.
So instead of the Patriots starting at their own 21, it is the Wildcats moving forward to the Patriot 26, actually.
That's not typically a problem for the Patriots. They're very good at communicating with each other, especially the blockers. Tell them to get out, get out.
On a punt, we've seen it hit someone's foot twice now. We saw it earlier, and Antrell Taylor dove on it immediately, but that wasn't the case here. So fantastic field position starting off for Millard West. And they're going to hand that one off to start. Fullback able to pick up about 3 yards right there. Just under 11 minutes to go in this 4th and final quarter. And so you were just asking, if the Patriots score here, does that put it out of reach? And now it's, can the Wildcats score here, bring this back into a one-possession game?
And hopefully they can get some special teams points as they've failed to do so far in this game.
They have struggled in the kicking game, missed 1 field goal and are 0 for 2 on PATs. Right now their focus is just having an opportunity to deal with a PAT, trying to get 6 on the board here. As quarterback sticks with that one, but is taken down immediately. So we've seen Jones have some success with that QB run, but the second he went with it was taken out at the legs. Third and 3 here for the Wildcats. Ball at the Patriots' 20-yard line. One of the biggest third downs of the game. Got an I formation here. Quarterback going to stick with that one. And it looks like he did pick up the first down. Great job by Jones, moving the chains, keeping this drive going for the Millard West Wildcats.
There he goes, making another big play after another after another. He's not able to go down on first contact. He's always fighting for more. That's what you love to see.
Yep, on his last run, he was taken down immediately, but that did not faze him, having a big play on the following run. That's something that he and TJ Urban share alike. They're both senior quarterbacks that are able to lead this team. They might have a few bad plays, but they recover well. As we see a 5-out shotgun formation. Goes with the screen pass there. And that one is complete. And he is taken down hard at the 10-yard line. Booming tackle from Tate Heinrichs. Wow. Very aggressive hit. So Noah Rookstool, after having multiple screen passes where either the pass was off or they weren't able to make the catch, gets the grab this time, gets a gain of 3 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 7, ball at the 10-yard line.
I-4 for the Wildcats, looking to punch this one in right now.
He's sticking with it, lobs that one up to the end zone, and that one is picked off, and there is no flag thrown.
That looks like there could have very easily been a defensive pass.
So Antrell Taylor with a huge interception, a very physical defensive play right there.
Gets the interception.
And I'm surprised. I'm surprised there was no flag thrown there. That one to the Patriots' benefit, as now they will be starting with the ball. 8:30 to go in the 4th quarter, up 24-12.
I disagree with the no call there, Joey.
It looked like Antrell Taylor clearly pulled the receiver down, and the crowd very unhappy about that. And so now here's the moment for the Patriots. They got a call going their way. They have possession and a huge lead. Right now you're trying to take up some time and get some more points on the board, close this game out.
Absolutely.
Patriots on their way.
5 wide once again, Joey. Keeper again.
You would imagine. I mean, all 7 times it's been a QB keeper.
They're stacking the box.
Urban going to run with this one. Picks up about 2 yards right there. And so for the Wildcats, it is do or die time right now. You need a huge stop here as quick as possible. 8 minutes remaining is still plenty of time to put up 2 scores, but with a Patriot offense that can really push that run game, you know, we've seen them put up some really quick touchdowns, but that's because they were looking for quick scores. If they're trying to kill some clock, they will do that very well. Right now, they're just standing around waiting for the next play, wait till they need to call it.
And for Millard West, as a defensive perspective, they've also immobilized this team for a good majority of the first half.
Exactly, and 5 wide again. Urban at the QB draw, picks up another 2-3 yards. Looks like it'll be a 3rd and 3 for the Millard South Patriots. And for the Wildcats, obviously that last possession was rough, ending in an interception, which a lot of people weren't happy about. So right now it's crucial that you stop them. Get a quick 3 and out, at least get the ball back. You won't have the position you had. They had the ball at the 10-yard line, but they need something going for them. Another 5 wide situation. Urban throwing on the 5 wide, finds Gage Stanger for the first down,
makes a good
and a little
move.
bit more, advances that ball to the 40-yard line.
And that's the man he's going to time and time again.
So the Patriots still in their own territory, but advance that ball to the 40. A huge 3rd down conversion there for Millard South. That's one that they really needed going their way, as they can continue to chew some clock, try and keep the successful drive going. Urban now with it, has Johnson in the backfield, and he bobbles that snap, however, picks it up, and is looking to make something out of it. Running to the left side, breaks about 4 tackles, and goes down at the line of scrimmage for a 0-yard gain. That's about as good as you can get. And so after a final push, ends up picking up 3
yards.
So it starts off with a bobbled snap from TJ Urban.
Runs about 15 yards backwards.
Yep, dodges a defender.
Dodges another.
A few more defenders, able to pick up 3. Spectacular work by
Not only
TJ
dodging,
Urban.
but he was wrapped. I thought he was down at one point. Wow.
Doing a great job trying to keep this drive going as long as possible for Millard South. 2nd and 6 here, 5 wide. TJ Urban in shotgun. Going for the QB draw yet again. This time, nowhere to go. Taken down at the line of scrimmage. So we'll see a 3rd and 7 for Millard South. I'll tell you what, one of the strong suits for this Millard West defense is their ability to force turnovers. In their 21-14 win versus Millard North, they forced 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
In looking at last week where the Patriots had 2 fumbles in 2 drives where they had success, you would think that would be a big part, where Millard West has a good shot at forcing turnovers. They have not been able to do so yet. And
they did have, like you said earlier, the lucky turnover on the other side, but they turned the ball right back over.
Yep.
I just,
3rd and 7 here, 5 wide. Urban going at the QB draw on 3rd and 7. Breaks 1 tackle, but it's taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 7. 5:20 remaining in quarter number 4. Patriots the ball at their own 45 will bring out the punting squad.
I don't love that from the Patriots offense there. They ran the same play every single time there.
You would have expected them on that play to try and pick up the 1st down. However, I think right now their priority is killing clock. Only 5 minutes for the Wildcats to put up 2 scores.
But, with the success that your running backs have had this game, and to see them have not very many touches is really surprising to me.
Definitely.
Another bad
So a low
snap.
punt. Lamwell fielded it well, however. Gets that one off. That ball keeps rolling, and that one nearly bobbled by a Wildcat, and a flag thrown on the Wildcats. Oh, And we got some action there as we got a Patriot player shoved down. A lot of chippiness here between the two teams. Luckily, each team having a few players kind of separating that.
Back to the chippiness there,
Yep,
Joey.
in a rivalry game, we see that a lot. We saw a few times earlier where they talk and they push, and that was probably the biggest incident there. A big shove from the Millard West Wildcats. Refs quickly discussing what the call was. Refs taking a while to discuss this call.
So face mask on the punting team, and then
So yeah, offsetting
unsportsmanlike conduct by the receiving team there.
And Zane Stanger from Millard South not happy about that call. Looks like he's letting the ref know that. However, his teammates holding them back. And another unsportsmanlike call on the Patriots. That one will be on Zane Stanger. So after offsetting penalties, another call there on the Patriots. Moves that ball to the 31-yard line. So that'll be where the Millard West Wildcats will start off. Going to need to put together a quick drive as there's 4:38 remaining. Down 12.
5 wide once again for the Wildcats. Seems to be the go-to formation for both of the teams here in this half.
For the Patriots, it's every time but one has been a rushing attempt. It's been about the opposite here for the Wildcats. He faked the screen pass there. Looking to air that one out deep to the 20-yard line. That one is incomplete. And we have a pass interference called.
And I agree with that call. He did give a bump. I mean, the receiver stopped completely in his tracks.
That's one of those. That's a very tough call to make. Either way, it's a hard call because you could make a debate that one was out of play.
Yeah.
That throw had a lot on it. Might have not been able to make that catch either way. Regardless,
the 15-yard penalty.
Defender knocked him over.
Yeah, but that's true.
So 2 straight penalties move the chains up for the Wildcats. So 1st and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. It's their own 46-yard line, but they just keep going up. Last 2 plays have moved up 30 yards just from penalties alone. Single back formation. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to wrap around to the right side. He's going to have to scramble here. Picks up a few before he's taken down at the Millard South 48-yard line. So Jacob Jones did a good job after facing some hard defensive pressure advancing that ball. 4 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter of this game. Patriots still leading 24-12. Single back formation still for the Wildcats. Quickly airing this one out. However, that pass is tipped up by the receiver. Wasn't able to make that grab. Intended receiver was Chase Holtman.
That one could have been dangerous again there, Joey.
And that's, as a receiver or as an offense, those are the worst tipped passes because he tipped that one up. If there was a closer defender, he had plenty of time to get there. Just no one in the vicinity for the Patriots.
And that's the second crucial drop pass for the Wildcats. Like we talked about earlier, Evan Meyersick had an easy touchdown right up the middle. And then that one right there, easy first down, keeps the sticks moving. But now it's 3rd and short.
So 3rd and 5 here, ball at the 49. Jones nowhere to go, looking for a receiver. Might have to scramble. Makes that throw, but no receiver in sight. That pass incomplete. We'll see a 4th and 5. And they're going to have to keep their offense on the field. Obviously, 3:42 to go. Down by 12. Evan Meyersick was the intended receiver.
However, that biggest 4th down of the game, Joey.
Without a doubt.
For both teams here.
And for the Wildcats, if you're not able to convert here, they're going to need a miracle to get back into this game. And for Millard South, this is a huge play in their journey to get the first win against Millard West in 8 years. Jones with it, facing big defensive pressure, and he gets past. It looks like he picked up the first down. That one was right at the line. We'll see how they called it.
It looks like they may have given it to him,
I believe
Joey.
he got it by just a little bit.
Ooh, that was a tough
That's a
spot.
rough placement.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't bring out the change here.
And I'm guessing they will. Officials' time here. So they're going to check out the measurements, see if he picked up that first down. And like you said, that's an interesting ball placement right there. Looked like he might have had a little more.
It looks to be about no more than an inch short.
And we'll see if he had that. This will be an awfully close call here to try and keep this run going for the Wildcats. And he will be short of the first down.
Wow.
Patriots will take over the ball. 3:34 remaining, up 12.
I thought for a second he easily had that first down
It looked like he had it by about a foot.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it was our view or what.
But Patriots defense lucky enough of the spot. Come on.
So ball at the 45-yard line is where the Patriots will start at their own 45. 3:34 remaining. Patriots are in control of this game, looking to increase their record to 3-0 in the season. I formation here. Excuse me, it's actually single back formation. Urban's going to stick with that one, loses his footing, stumbles, picks up about 1 yard. And if he could have stayed standing, that looked like it'd be about an 8-yard run. Could have had a lot better of a rush right there. And just looked like he stumbled over a defender. So the Wildcats will call a timeout with 3:28 remaining. Patriots lead 24-12. It'll be 2nd and 9 when we come back in just a second. All right, Patriots with it. 5 wide, shotgun formation, likely a QB draw for Urban. 3:28 to go, 2nd and 9. Patriots in position to pick up the victory tonight. And Urban's actually going to air that one out. Sees Gage Stanger.
To who else?
Stanger does great job advancing that ball just shy of the Millard West 40-yard line. Picks up the first down and more.
Again, he goes back to Gage Stanger's favorite target.
So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 42-yard line. 3:22 to go in the 4th quarter. Tay Johnson in the backfield. Johnson hasn't gotten near as many looks as I would expect.
Yeah.
Especially right now when all you're planning on doing is killing that clock.
And there he goes.
As I say it, they hand it off to Johnson, who tries to break free and is unsuccessful from breaking free.
But it's
gets
still
a gain
a
of
powerful
about 5, maybe 6 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
So a very solid run there from Tay Johnson.
And
we will have
another timeout.
Another timeout called by the Wildcats. So 3:17 now on the clock. Wildcats with only 1 timeout remaining after this one. We'll be right back in just a second. We are back after that quick timeout. Millard South yet again 5 wide, Urban in shotgun. Last time they caught us off guard with the screen pass.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
You would assume automatically with what we've seen so far throughout this game that it'd be a QB draw. That's still going to be my guess here. But they did go with Stanger as a receiver last time. And he is going to run with this one to the left side of the field. Tries to work with a few of his blockers. Advances a few yards. That'll be a 3rd and short. Looks like it'll be about 3rd and 1. And not a surprise, Christian Nash taking the field for the Patriots. You would imagine they'll be going to him right here.
And last time they were in this short yardage situation, he actually busted off a 65-yard run, if you don't remember.
All right, so Millard West calling their 3rd and final timeout of the game. 3:10 to go. Patriots ahead 24-12 in control of this game. We will be right back after the final timeout concludes. After the final timeout called by the Wildcats, it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Patriots. Ball at the Wildcat 34-yard line.
Christian Nash, big boy in the backfield once more.
Expect to see a handoff to Nash. Try and pick up those 2 yards. They do give it to Nash, however, he is immediately stopped by the defensive line.
They're pushing, though.
And it looks like he might have been just short, but like you said, the line really pushed him forward on that one.
Ooh, they marked him down a lot further behind than what I thought he was going to be.
So he will be about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
I thought he had at least another yard on that run.
So the Patriots keeping the offense on the field. 4th and 1. 2:40 to go with that clock constantly ticking down.
First down would be huge here for the Patriots.
Not a surprise. Patriots taking as much time as possible. Nash still in the backfield. Urban's going to hand it off to Nash, who finds a hole. Gets the first down and more. Advances that ball to the 15-yard line. Christian Nash has had 2 huge runs this game. Had a 65-yard run when the Patriots needed it the most. Here he is with a big run to advance that ball.
And they put him in for these 1-yard gains. They need 1 yard.
And he gives them 17.
Wow.
So with 2:19 to go, clock ticking down, it looks like that should about do it. Patriots likely going to kill that clock as much as possible this drive. Wildcats are going to need nothing short of a miracle right here. Going to need a quick turnover from Millard South.
It is a rivalry, Joey.
You never know.
They could go try and punch one in.
Urban's going to hand that off to Nash again. Nash finds another hole to the 5, and Christian Nash is in the end zone. He has not gotten a lot of looks, but when he has taken advantage. Probably just shy of 100 yards in this game for Christian Nash as he finds the end zone.
Under 8 carries.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
I'd say probably about 6 carries for Christian Nash.
At the most.
And in those, he has put together some huge plays. So the Patriots with a 30-12 lead, looking to make that 31 with the Cole Lamel PAT. That kick from Lamel is up, and it is good. Patriots lead increases to 31-12, 150 to go. And we're going to stay on for a second.
All right.
Patriots right now, up by 19, are in fantastic position to get their first victory. I've said it many times throughout the stream. I'm going to say it one more time. Their first victory since 2012, an 8-year drought. They've had some fantastic years, but have not been able to get it done. This is that class of 2021 we've been hearing about forever from the Patriots, and they're getting things done. They should be able to increase their record to 3-0 with a huge victory against a rival team.
And this one was well needed for the Patriots because it's a rivalry. I do believe that Millard South is a way better team than Millard West is this year. But rivalries, it can go any way.
Especially looking at that first half. In that first half, Patriots were only up 3-0 at halftime. They have put together 28 points this half, all from huge running touchdowns, putting together some fantastic drives.
That's kick for the Wildcats. Hayden Williams.
And so for Millard West, it's tough because you look at that game and obviously this hasn't gone the way you wanted. You're trailing by 19 after trailing by just 3 at half. But overall, it wasn't a terrible performance. They did everything they needed to do. They
had
aired the ball out well.
Yeah, they had their offensive success.
Their quarterback, Jacob Jones, did a fantastic job all game. They had some great looks. They just weren't able to take advantage of a lot of opportunities. They would gain momentum, and they would just immediately lose it. That kick by Lamo goes into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Wildcats will start off with the ball at the 20-yard line. And so for the Wildcats, they will move to 1-2 on the season. Not the start of the year they were looking for, especially last year after finishing the year 11-1. They were fantastic last season, were the Patriots' only loss in the regular season. So now we're seeing those tables turn. But for the Wildcats, it's a rough start, but they are not a 1-2 team. This is a very talented team with great offense, a scary defensive line. They have a lot of talent. They just had some rough games. As right now, another screen pass right there. And they get that one for a gain of about 6. As Antrell Taylor is going to get a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. He takes down the defender, but he threw down the defender on that tackle.
He picked him up and slammed him.
Not the first time we've seen that this game. So there will be another unsportsmanlike conduct. That's the Patriots' third unsportsmanlike conduct for the game. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm not surprised. These Patriot players have been playing for this organization for years, whether it's junior Patriots, and they've wanted this game bad. I can't tell you how many people I've heard not even talk about state, not even talking about having a fantastic season, but talk about beating Millard West. As right now he looks to air it out, finds a receiver, as that's Evan Meyersick, who is just short of the first down. And Evan Meyersick, ever since that drop he had that would have been a touchdown, he's really turned his performance around. He's had a great game, obviously highlighted by that 81-yard reception, getting the ball to the 1 early in the second half. As Jones decides to hold on to that one, picks up the first down for about a 2-yard rush.
Nearly runs over Gage Mack there.
Yep. So a minute 20 to go, continuing to run that no-huddle offense, just trying to quickly get some plays down. They're looking to get on the board at least once more. Jones takes that, looking for receiver, heavy defensive pressure, and he's not able to avoid the defenders this time. The Patriots' first official sack of the game.
And it's about time for the Patriots.
And that was Luke Irvine making the sack for Millard South. This defensive line's been hungry all game. They've pressured Jones the whole time. Jones done a really good job, but right there wasn't able to avoid him. As he goes for Meyersick again, Meyersick just short of the first down. 2nd and 12, picks up about 11. So they're continuing to move with it. Just under 40 seconds to go. Clock still ticking.
What an effort from the Wildcats here on this last drive.
Yep, and Jones facing heavy pressure again. And he loses that ball after colliding with a teammate. It looks like they were able to pick that one up, but a big loss of yards there with 20 seconds to go.
And clock is still ticking, Joey.
And for Millard West, I hope they can get one more playoff, because that's not how you want to finish a game, especially a big game like this. You don't want to finish it with a blunder and miscommunication from the offense. They do get one more playoff, however, a flag thrown. So we have an incomplete pass there. Might have been an offsides from the Patriots.
Jacob Blake looks to be a little torn up, a little beat up.
Mm-hmm. And that will be a flag on the Patriots. Wildcats will be moving up with 2 seconds to go, so this next play will be their final play of the game. Looking to end it on a good note. Try and get something solid going as they're trailing 31-12. In a big rivalry game, they were looking to looking to take advantage of, looking to get a huge win against very talented number 2 Millard South team.
So 4th and 1 here.
Ball at the 37-yard line. One more chance. Expect him to air it out long. And he does throw that one deep into the end zone. That is... I might have been intercepted.
I believe so.
So the Patriots, for the first time in 8 years, defeat the West Wildcats, and the Patriots are celebrating like they just won the state championship. And frankly, I understand. This has been a long-awaited journey. They've worked hard to get this victory, and in most players' senior season, they're able to get it done. So the Patriots move to 3-0 on the year, putting together fantastic work after a slow first half, 28-point second half. We will be back next week as the Patriots go up against Buell West. For Taylor Lewis, Tanner Gottschalk, Nate Cronin, and all of Millard South Media, this is Joey Kirkle signing off.